God, it seems that my world is crashing and burning down around me. I am lost, confused, scared, and worried. God, I don't want to live this type of life. I have 12 brothers and sisters. My mom and dad handled the situation financially horribly, in my opinion. I remember going to school in clothes that were old-fashioned and sometimes of the opposite sex. And I know I was with my 3 younger brothers. And the next thing I know, Christine comes bolting out of the bathroom, runs to my dad in the living room and says, "The boys used all the shampoo." He'd take my arm and he'd put it around the back and he's bending it and hurting me physically, telling me how much that bottle of shampoo cost and blah, 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 don't waste money like that. And he pushes me to the floor, and as soon as I hit the floor, my lip burst, my 2 front teeth fly out of my mouth. My dad in today's world would be in jail if he was a father of 13 today, treating us the way he treated us. So here I am working a job at night, but Bobby was a waitress at that same restaurant. And then after that, we started falling in love, and we've been together now 29 years. We decided to start selling phones. We started taking off. That cell phone company started making us some serious money. We opened up 13 stores. We were living the life. I mean, we were spending money like you wouldn't believe. I bought myself a Corvette, bought all my children a brand new car with cell phone money. We did a lot of stuff with our cell phone money.
Eric was working so many hours. We never saw him. I don't think that was a great time for our family. And looking back now, I see that it was a lot of buying to make up for not being there.
Toward the end of September, and I have a FedEx envelope on my desk at the store, and I open it up. We're no longer needing you or your services, or your contract is now null and void. You know, it was just a tough time for me, and controlling my family's livelihood was going out of control. So we were just selling everything we could. I was borrowing money from every relative I could, from every child I could, humiliated, embarrassed, a failure, a lost cause, a lost soul. I don't want my kids to be poor. I don't want my wife to be poor. I wanted them to have something. And that's why I bought the $3 million policy in the first place. I just knew that if that lapsed, that my family would have nothing. I mean, I called up the company and I even asked them if I did commit suicide, would they pay the death claim? And they said yes, and that's all I needed to hear. I used to write God every day. I called it a love letter, a friendship letter. God, it seems that my world is crashing and burning down around me. God, I know that I am a big disappointment. The financial stress is enough to kill anyone. I fear I will not be able to support my family any longer. I am worried. I will not be able to provide for them or keep them safe and happy. God, if you took me today, they would have the money it takes to survive on this planet. God, please have somebody murder me today. Have somebody hit me with a car. Have somebody kill me. I have done all I can, it feels like, on this earth. No matter how hard I try, how deep I go, how high I jump, I keep on coming up short. I have not given up. I am just giving in. I want to come home.
Even in his darkest hour, when he was down there all by himself, he was thinking of us. And he wanted us to be okay. At the end of the day, I can't even imagine life without him. And I think that's why I can't hear a lot of the journal entries right now. What would life have been like without him? This is how close we were to finding out. And I don't want to find out.
I didn't want my children and myself to experience poverty like I did as a child. Maybe I was foreseeing myself as my dad. And I certainly won't. I don't want to be alive and be my dad to my child and to my wife. So I went online to look for how to get my license. And what I found was the Alliance, telling me how to get my license and how to become an agent. And what I read intrigued me. When I knew the Alliance was the ticket, and I knew the Alliance was an opportunity that I couldn't pass up, I went to my wife and I said to my wife, Bobby, I said, give me your wedding band. I said, we're going to sell them, and we're going to trust in God. It was back in, I believe, 2009. I know it was 2009. I was on my 5th appointment in a row for the week. I sat with him, gave it all I had, gave him all the information he needed, and he actually told me at the end that he was going to think about it. So I left there having my 5th sale not happen, and I was totally crushed. So I leave there and I turn on the Lee Road, and I just sat there. It was like for hours. I'm thinking this is the sign to say, get out. This isn't it. And I'm going like, really, after everything I've done, selling my wedding bands, everything I've done, all the effort I put into this, I'm going like, my God, I'm not making any sales this week and I still need money. Is this for me? And I sat there and I prayed, but something motivated me to pop in a CD. And I'll never forget, it was a total of 3 CDs, 3 separate leaders, 3 separate people talking about their experience in the home, their experience of what they do with clients. And I went home invigorated, and I went home with a new sense of, oh, this is definitely it. This was what I needed. This was the little tiny tidbit or nugget that was going to help me have a fantastic rest of 2009. And I got to tell you, my first year here, or 6 months or 8 months, it was more about me making money. I needed to make money and I needed to help my family. So being more interested in the client and genuinely showing them I was more interested in them instead of me, I think it's automatically felt. As much as Andy Albright has given to me, as much as all the other great leaders of the Alliance have given to me, I have to give it back. I want to pay it forward. And I say that at my boot camps, I say that at my hotspots. And the reason I do the things that I do is I'm indebted to Andy. I mean, I owe him my life. I tell him, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for creating the Alliance. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for putting people in the positions you've put them in and setting an example that all of us aspire to reach. Because if it wasn't for Andy Albright, if it wasn't for the Alliance, I could be dead or in a dead-end job with a dead-end life.
There's never been a doubt in my mind that he would provide. Even when things were bad, I never thought he's not going to do something.
To have this family is surreal. I mean, you say think about it, it's surreal because I'm experiencing this real life of what I do, and I wake up every day enjoying it, and I go to sleep every night knowing that I've done something great and good for the day. God really did close one door for a reason and opened up another door for a reason. And even though I doubted it, even though I didn't know and didn't understand it, God works his mysterious ways for a reason, and this all was for a reason. I'm sitting here today talking to you all for a reason.
You don't even know how much you've impacted the way that we do our business.
And it's just an honor to be in business with people of such high moral character and integrity.
You have done so much to not only change my life, the people on my team are constantly talking about hearing your audio, meeting you in person, and what you've done to inspire them and help them achieve greatness. And
with your heart and your passion, you have helped carry me through some tough times when I questioned my value on whether I could go out and help families, whether I could hold on and keep moving forward. And
we need you. That's what I would say. Because we can't do this. We can't do this without you.
Wow, Father, what a day. What a great week. Father, I love you. Thank you for all you do for me and my family. Thank you for what you have given me. Father, I have been reminded this week of how far I have come since 2008. I read some letters I wrote to you back then. After I was losing my cell phone business, and I was in such despair. I was in immense anguish and emotional pain. Father, I leaned on you heavily, and I know I was filled with confusion and doubt about what you had in store for me, and I almost was not going to wait around to see. I am so happy you gave me the strength to do so. You kept my strength strong. Father, thank you for creating the alliance. Thank you for blessing Andy Albright and giving him such great vision. Thank you for putting him in my life. Father, you know the alliance saved my life. And now it seems I am impacting others the same way Andy Albright has impacted me. I am in awe of how things have turned out for me and my family. You are awesome, God. Love, Eric.